The following is produced by 5 Star Productions USA, which is solely responsible for its editorial content.
Prescription diet pills can be dangerous, but there are natural over-the-counter options.
I didn't consider surgery for genital warts, but I knew that would be the final ultimatum if the other procedures did not work.
Genital warts, another sexually transmitted disease. What can help them disappear? There's new hope in the fight against prostate cancer. And hair today can be gone tomorrow.
We were spending approximately anywhere between $300 to $500 a day.
How can you manage the cost of a terminal illness? Find out why there is help today on Today's Health. This program is brought to you in part by Nova Pharmaceuticals, 3M Pharmaceuticals, Mentor Corporation, Parisa Labs, and LifeWise.
Sometimes we get so caught up in our day-to-day lives that we don't pay close enough attention to how we're living. Too much stress, improper diets, and unhealthy habits often become the norm. Without even realizing it, we put our own health at risk. Hello, I'm Faith Daniels, and this is Today's Health. Most of us enjoy the freedom of having an active lifestyle, but for many people, being overweight limits their ability to do everything they'd like. There are several good ways to manage weight. Here are a few things to consider.
I first noticed that I had a weight problem when I was 10 years of age, and I've struggled with my weight going up and down ever since. I've always had a real low self-esteem, didn't get out too much, kind of hid in the back of the room to not draw attention to myself.
A constant health battle for 1 out of every 4 Americans is controlling their weight. And about 58 million American adults are putting their health at risk by being overweight. Exercising and diet play an important role, but increasing evidence shows that genetics is the strongest contributor to this growing problem.
To lose weight, I have tried everything from medical shots to following, counting calories, fat grams, and starving yourself for a period of 3 to 7 days and just drinking liquids.
For most people, finding a safe, all-natural, effective weight loss supplement is not easy.
Understandably, the American consumer is confused today as to what weight loss aid is available that's safe and effective. In light of the recent FDA warnings on ephedra-based products, which have been linked to high blood pressure and accelerated heart rate, the FDA has said that you should avoid these products. The ingredients in Nextrum naturally stimulate neurotransmitters to send messages to the message center in the brain, which is the hypothalamus. One of the many functions of the hypothalamus is appetite control. Once the hypothalamus is satisfied, you're not as hungry, so you'll eat less.
Other components in Nextrum stimulate the body's physiological activity, such as promoting digestion of proteins, converting body fat and carbohydrates into energy, stimulating the circulatory system, and metabolizing iron. And unlike many other weight management products, there are no speed like herbs, caffeine, sugar, or yeast. A lack of vitamins, minerals, enzymes, amino acids, and other essential nutrients is so common that a majority of people in the general population are probably deficient to some degree. It is therefore not surprising that a significant portion of the population is overweight.
Since I've lost all of my weight, I have had a more active social life. I've purchased a dance studio, and it has helped me with my confidence level with dealing with parents and the students and having them look up to me as a role model.
Incorporating a healthy lifestyle with safe, effective supplements can not only control weight, but give you more energy and vitality to enjoy life to its fullest.
When the doctor informed me that I had genital warts, I was a little confused and in a state of shock.
Genital warts. What can help them disappear? Could these radioactive seeds help people with prostate cancer?
I never had any symptoms at all.
Next on Today's Health.
There are many diseases that some people would prefer not to talk about. Genital warts is one of them. It's a very common sexually transmitted disease that can disrupt lives and cause embarrassment. Fortunately, though, there are new treatments available.
The price of passion has too often become a sexually transmitted disease. Over 55 million Americans now have an STD, and millions more are infected every year. The most common sexually transmitted viral disease in the U.S. is called genital warts, or medically referred to as condyloma.
Genital warts is a very common sexually transmitted disease that is both common in both males and females. And we think that it's so common because it's spread without people really knowing that they have the virus that causes the disease.
These warts are caused by the human papillomavirus, or HPV. They often appear as a group of warts which can be very small or form large masses on the male or female genital tissue. HPV is usually spread by direct skin-to-skin contact, most commonly sexual contact, during vaginal or anal intercourse.
With untreated warts in the male, they can come and go through the rest of their lives without treatment, and there are no serious repercussions in the male. But in the female, there are several strains of the genital wart virus, and some of those strains may increase her risk of cervical cancer or genital tract cancer.
Hi.
Good morning, doctor.
How are you today?
Most patients, especially if they think that it's a sexually transmitted disease, are embarrassed. And they also feel that they're very alone, that they're the only ones with this disease, and that adds to the embarrassment.
When the doctor informed me that I had genital warts, I was a little confused and in a state of shock as to how it had happened. She explained to me that my body, these lie dormant in your body for many years and they can erupt due to stress in your life.
I'd like for you to try this new cream.
A new therapy for external genital warts involves a class of drugs called immune response modifiers, like Aldera cream, developed by 3M Pharmaceuticals. The cream is actually rubbed onto the infected areas by the patient 3 times a week before bedtime. In some cases, there can be mild to moderate skin irritations.
I didn't consider surgery for genital warts, but I knew that would be the final ultimatum if the other procedures did not work. My feelings on genital warts now are a lot more relaxed since I had this special cream to use, knowing that they can be eradicated in a very short period of time. In my particular case, it took only 2 weeks.
As many as 4 million Americans have genital warts, and the epidemic is growing. Hopefully, emerging therapies will make it easier to cope with this STD until there's a cure.
Innovative treatments for all kinds of cancer have increased the long-term prognosis for patients. In some cases, the information regarding treatment options, though, can be very confusing. Knowing the right kind of treatment that best suits your diagnosis can be the most critical part of any successful procedure.
Even with today's new advancements in medical technology, cancer continues to dominate medical researchers' quest for alternative treatments. The most common form for men is prostate cancer, and nearly 290,000 cases will be detected over the next year. Surgical and external radiation procedures have been the standard treatment, but with early detection increasing, treatments other than surgery are in demand.
When the biopsy came back positive, and I learned for the first time that I had prostate cancer, I also was told by my urologist that it was very early.
For many people undergoing cancer treatment, the emotional and physical effect can take its toll. Fortunately, advanced technology is beginning to ease the pain and offer more hope.
Brachytherapy is one of the 2 types of radiation therapy, which consists of teletherapy, where we aim external beams of radiation at patients from outside the body, or brachytherapy, where we place radioactive seeds or pellets actually in the body cavity or in the tumor within the patient itself.
The majority of brachytherapy is put in under sonographic control, fluoroscopic control, where needles are put into the prostate, encompassing the entire prostate gland. And then through the needles, seeds, either radioactive iodine or radioactive palladium, are put in to give the prostate gland a homogeneous dose of radiation. IOGOLD seeds by Mentor will help us treat our patients in a much more timely fashion.
With the IoGold seed, a team of a urologist, radiation oncologist, and physicist can design an appropriate treatment for long-term results. The physicist actually maps the seed placement plan so that they are distributed in and around the most critical areas of the tumor site. Once the mapping is complete, the urologist and radiation oncologist can conduct the seeding procedure according to the plan.
I finally decided on the brachytherapy because the results that were coming back that I was reading about seemed to me to be every bit as good as the other therapies, but the side effects, I think what physicians call the morbidity, were so much lower.
All prostate cancer treatments come with the possibility of long-term side effects. Of most concern is incontinence and impotence.
After selecting that choice, I think of the choices I know about and that I researched, it's far and away the best treatment for me.
It certainly is very important that the public be educated regarding prostate cancer. They should be educated from the point of view of early diagnosis, taking care of themselves, and seeking medical attention at an early stage.
Once I wax my skin is smooth and hairless for up to about 8 weeks.
Professional waxing systems. Can they clear the hair and leave your skin unblemished? We'll show you how, next.
One of the problems we're faced with when dealing with our cosmetic needs is which treatments are the safest and the most effective. Our choices range from over-the-counter to medically administered options. This prompts the question, how do I know what the best treatment is with today's endless alternatives?
With today's active lifestyle, we all want to look and feel our best. But a healthy outlook often opens the door to many cosmetic concerns. One in particular is hair removal, which has traditionally been an important part of our health and beauty regimen.
It's always been seen as unattractive, embarrassing, very inconvenient. So methods such as shaving, tweezing, chemical lotions are one option to remove unwanted hair. Electrolysis and laser treatments are another. But with these treatments, they're very time intensive, they're very costly.
I've used almost everything for hair removal purposes. Everything from shaving to chemical depilatories to electrolysis. With shaving, one of the major side effects was very itchy, dry, flaky skin that because I had to do it on a regular basis.
Well, waxing offers long-term results, shaving does not. With waxing, the hair is removed deep from the follicle and it actually impedes the growth from the hair follicle, so regrowth typically occurs anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks.
Parisa specializes in creating professional waxing systems for simple, safe, and convenient hair removal at home.
The Parisa Warm Wax is ideally suited for heavy hair growth and short, stubborn hair. The Parisa Warm Wax is heated to a fluid consistency. It is applied in a paper-thin layer in the direction of hair growth, and then an epilating strip is immediately applied on top of the wax and pulled off very quickly in the opposite direction of hair growth. Now, to use the Parisa Hot Wax, it is ideally suited for women going through hormonal changes that may have short, coarse hair. It is warmed and applied in a thick layer, and then it is peeled away.
Although the hot wax may be used on any part of the body, it's best suited for smaller areas, such as eyebrows, upper lip, and face. This process also removes hair from deep in the follicle, ensuring long-term results.
It's a long-term solution to my problem that I have with hair growth, and because of my job, appearances, aesthetics is really important.
With the aid of new, uniquely designed wax strips, hair can be removed on the go in an efficient and timely manner. As important is the moisturizing finish with azulene oil. Azulene, the active ingredient in chamomile, soothes the skin, impedes regrowth, and helps prevent ingrown hair.
When I'm hair-free and feeling smooth and soft, then I feel confident in my day-to-day life with everybody around me. If I'm happier, everyone else is happier.
If you're on the internet already or thinking about it, you'll be amazed at how much information there is concerning your health and well-being. For a good start, visit our Today's Health website at www.vstar.com. Terminal illness is of growing concern for the medical and insurance industries. Modern technology has made it possible to live long periods of time with a terminal illness. However, many patients can't afford to continue their lifestyles, much less medical treatment, without help.
There is a unique group of people we seldom hear about that wakes up every day with the knowledge they are going to die. These people are the terminally ill. Dealing with this tragic news and the resulting physical, emotional, and financial side effects can be a constant challenge.
When I found out I had a terminal disease, mainly breast cancer, at age 30, it was scary, and I was afraid I was going to lose my life and not be able to raise my 5 children.
At 22 years old especially, I never thought that I'd be this young and have a terminal illness.
Patients with terminal illness are concerned about their family, what their illness is going to do to their family, how it impacts it. Are they going to be a burden to their family? They're concerned about what's going to happen to their children.
It was almost impossible as far as taking care of medical bills for Brad, medical bills for me, being pregnant, you know, and having 2 kids already that in and out of the doctor when they needed to be. Yeah, we had a very hard time.
I had exhausted all of my financial resources, and we had reached a point where we were looking to continue with her treatments, continue trying to find ways of helping Mary continue in her path of, at that time, we thought recovery.
Anybody with a terminal illness, if there's any form of stress that can be removed from that person, then that person is going to have a better quality of life. One of the most prominent forms of stress these people have is financial.
We tried applying for loans. We couldn't do anything. Anybody that looked at Brad's disability, any creditor that saw that he was on disability, just turned us away.
All too often, a family's financial condition is ruined by the consequences of terminal illness. Life insurance benefits arrive too late to ease the anxiety of the insured and offset the financial impact on the family, and too late to assert control and make meaningful choices while a loved one is alive.
The terminally ill represent a very special class. They are a privilege to serve. They have been completely abandoned by traditional credit markets because of their disability and because of their depleted savings.
LifeWise does not purchase the policy. We simply use it as collateral for a loan.
There are no payments of principal or interest. It's a very benign form of credit that is tailored specifically to suit the needs of the terminally ill community.
Since we didn't purchase that policy, when the death occurs, we only collect the policy to the extent is necessary to pay off our loan. The balance of that policy amount would then be remitted or paid directly to the family survivors.
When I very first heard about LifeWise, I thought, oh my gosh, there is a way to get some of the financial burdens and stress, because you're stressed about dying, and the last thing you need to be stressed about is paying bills and buying vitamins and just surviving. I was using my life insurance policy now, and my children wouldn't receive it, but it relieved such a financial burden on them because they were all trying to figure out how to take care of their mom, and they really did not have the means to do it.
How do you know which one is your frog? I said,
when you have relief from financial stress, the people have the opportunity to look towards the future. What do we want to do? If we're not worried about how we're going to pay our bills, what do we have to look forward to?
The money came in so handy because we were able to go and get the vehicle that we wanted. We've got more than enough room in there for us and all 3 kids, and we don't have any car payment. We don't have any obligation to pay the money back, you know, until the life insurance policy is effective.
The money from LifeWise provided
us, again, options. It allowed us to continue with her treatment.
I had the check in my hands, and that took a load off of our minds, because I knew now that we had enough money to go a long time.
My parents always wanted to have a wedding, renew their vows, and they were married by justice of the peace the first time, and so they wanted to renew their vows, and we were able to have a wedding. The dress, the caterer, the church, the whole bit. She was up the entire day, loving every minute, smiling, just a huge, huge grin, and all of our family and friends were able to be there.
But I think after that, she was ready to go, because she had brought everybody together, and it fulfilled everything that she wanted to.
Without the money from LifeWise, we would not have been able to do half of that.
For terminally ill people, the much-needed financial support gives them a better quality of life when every remaining moment is precious.
They say laughter is the best medicine, and even though it's not always easy to make light of a tough disease, keeping a positive outlook and a good sense of humor can often help your body combat a serious illness. So keep smiling, because a little laughter in your life could help you stay a lot healthier. I'm Faith Daniels. If you want more information about anything we covered on our show, visit our website at www.vstar.com. And join us again next time as we get right to the heart of matters concerning your life on Today's Health.
This has been a presentation of 5 Star Productions USA, which is solely responsible for its editorial content.